channel where I'll give you some fitness tips and ways that you can be able to enhance your physical spirit, physical health, physical mind, everything. So today we'll do some a little bit of cardio and a lot more stretching. Obviously, I love the impact that stretching gives for us, and it gives us a chance to really strengthen not just our joints, but also our muscles and tendons and stuff like that. So once we can all get started, let's start with some jumping jacks. So let's begin. I like jumping jacks because it's really easy, really low impact. Gives you a chance to open up not just your hips, but your shoulders, and speed up your heart rate just a little bit. We'll do this for a little bit. Keep it going. Keep it going. You got it. Don't stop. This is all yours. Keep on jumping and find your breath. Last 10 seconds. 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. All right. High knees. High knees, high knees. High knees, high knees. Get your knees up. Get your knees pretty much in line with your hip. So the higher that you can get your knee up, the more that you can focus on your core. And then also you can get that extension from your glute down to your hamstring. So if you have tight lower back, it's the hamstrings that really prevent your backs from loosening up. Five, 4, 3, 2, 1. Yes, find your breath. And move this out of the way. Whoop. Jump squat. And begin. You want to squat all the way down. Bring your hands in between your feet. And then bring your arms up above your head. So try to squat down. Don't hinge at the hips, but squat down and bring your arms down. Some of my fellow martial artists, you might know this very well. But even when you come back down, try to come back down gently. Rock your weight onto your heels, not to the fronts of your toes, to protect the knee joint. Change. Good. Shake it out. Shake it out. Shake out your arms, shake out your legs. Should feel a nice rate for your heart to pump the blood through the vessels. I use this opportunity to do a trunk twist. Rotate out the hip. Stand on one leg. Bend the knee, circle out on the hip. Switch directions, go inward. If you went inward first, then go outward second. And switch legs. Go outward. If you chose to go inward, that's okay. Just go the opposite way. When you switch. I'll switch. Shake your arms. Rotate your arms forward. Go backwards. Give yourself a chance to really open up the sockets of your arm, or your shoulder, I should say. Now rotate your shoulders forward. And go backwards. Shake your head yes. Shake your head no. Now rotate your circle. Rotate your head in a circle. Be gentle with this. You don't want to go too aggressively. And then switch directions. Bring your right ear to your right shoulder. Don't lean over it, but just relax your shoulder down away from your ear and drop your right ear to your right shoulder. Feel the stretch along the left side of your neck. Maybe you can get your hand and grab the opposite side, grab your left ear, and have a gentle pull down to your right shoulder. And then switch, bring your head back to neutral, and bring your left ear to your left shoulder. Keep your shoulder stacked over your hips. Maybe you can use for extra assistance, your left hand, cover your right ear, and then pull down. Feel the stretch along the right side of your neck. And change. So we'll start in downward facing dog, or child's pose. We'll start in child's pose. Bring your arms out long in front of you. Bring your chest to your thighs. Relax your head to the mat. Bring your hips to your heels. All right, so if your forehead is not touching the mat, it's okay, just lift your hips up just a little bit higher so that your forehead can come to the mat. You know, I have that lower back tension, so you know my hips get a little tight, so does my lower back. So it's kind of hard for my forehead to come to the mat. So if this speaks to you, just lift your hips up just a little higher. And sit here in child's pose. Maybe you bring your wrists to your ankles, palm face up, so that you can allow the shoulder blades to separate away from the center line of your back. Feel the ebb and flow of air as it enters in through your nose, allows the back to expand, and on your exhale, going out your nose and allow the back to fall. Relax every joint, muscle, ligament, and tendon in your body. Even the space in between your eyebrows, allow that to relax. And if you haven't done so already, bring your arms out long in front of you. So your arms are nice and long. Your hips are pressed to the heels. Your head is still relaxed, no tension in the neck. Feel the long expansion of your spine. Feel the spine get lengthened as you press the mat away. And on your next inhale, curl your toes under, lift your hips up high for your first downward facing dog. And pedal it out here. Bend one knee, bend the other knee. Maybe you bend both knees. Or even take a hop. Right? Wherever it is, it's yours. We're going to keep this type of energy going where each movement is complemented with an inhale and an exhale. So now it gives you a chance to synchronize your breath with your movement so that the air is never stale or it never feels stuck. And let's come into a neutral downward facing dog. Spread the fingers wide. Keep the arms straight, no bend in the elbows. Suck the lower belly in to the back spine so that the spine feels supported. Maybe you bend your knees deeply and then lift your hips up to the ceiling so that you can get a deeper stretch along the backs of your legs. Feel the spine nice and long. Inhale, lift your right leg long and back behind you. Rotate or turn the big toe in so it doesn't flare out to the side. Lift the right leg up just a little higher. And then on your exhale, bend the knee and stack your right hip on top of your left hip. Then circle out at the hip socket. Maybe you flip your dog here. So lift your hips up to the ceiling. Relax your head back. And when you're ready, come back into your three-legged dog. And then on your exhale, lower the toes down to the mat. On the following inhale, lift the left leg up. Now turn your big toe towards the inside of your right leg. Lift your left leg up just a little higher. And bend your knee and stack your left hip on top of your right hip. And circle at the hip socket. Now what you did on the right side, you don't have to necessarily do on the left side. But if you want to, go for it. Flip your dog. Relax your head back to look up at your hand. Lift your hips up. And when you're ready, come back to your three-legged dog. Lift your left leg up high. And then lower it down to the ground. Take a smooth, deep inhale. And take an exhale. Next inhale, bend the knees. And lightly walk or hop towards the front edge of the mat. Hang out in the forward fold. Maybe you interlace your hands and place them at the nape of your neck and pull down on your head. That way you can stretch out the back of your neck. You can grab for opposite elbows here too.
so that you can give a nice stretch in between your shoulder blades and your shoulders. Allow your arms to hang heavy. And inhale for a halfway lift, flat back, long spine. Bring your hands onto your shins or to your thighs. Keep your eyes looking down towards the mat and rock your weight forward. Suck your lower belly in. And then forward fold, hang heavy. Inhale, lift all the way up for your mountain pose. Root down through the soles of your feet. Contract your quads. Contract your glutes, suck your lower belly in. Lower your shoulders away from your ears and extend your arms long. No bend in the elbows. Keep the biceps by the ears as you spread the fingers wide. Use this opportunity to take deep, full inhales and just as long exhales. Inhale through the nose, exhale through the nose. Now sit down and back. Bring your hips down behind you. Keep your arms where they are. Lift your chest up a little higher so that you can support the natural curvature in your spine. Sit the hips down just a little bit lower. Thighs parallel to the mat. Engage your quads here. Even allow the inside of your thighs to light up just a little bit more as you sink your hips just a little bit lower. Take a deep inhale here. And exhale, stand all the way up. Look up in between your hands. Look up, reach back. Look back. And dive forward, forward fold. Hang heavy. Go through that one more time as you inhale. Stand all the way up through your mountain pose. Use these inhales to extend a lot longer, a lot taller. Then exhale to sink down. Sink your hips down low. Now bring all the way into your heels. Lift your chest up a little higher as you sink your hips down a little lower. Find your breath here. Keep your eyes level, chin level. Take an inhale, and then exhale to stand all the way up. Look up, look back, reach back. Press your hips forward. And exhale, dive forward, forward fold. Hang heavy. One more time. Inhale to stand all the way up. Exhale to sink your hips down and back. Lock your weight into your heels. Build a stretch along the side body. Keep your arms nice and long. Lift your chest up proud. Take a deep inhale here. Then exhale to stand all the way up. Look up. Reach back. Look back. And exhale, dive forward, forward fold. Hang heavy. Inhale, halfway lift, flat back, long spine. And exhale, plant your hands down, step your feet back, and pause in the upper push-up plank. Keep your hips in line with your shoulders, shoulders stacked over wrists. Engage your quads here so that you're not sinking your knees down. But if you need to bring your knees down to go through this flow, then choose to do so. But if not, I recommend to keep your legs up, nice and long. Inhale to push the mat away. Exhale, lower halfway. Forearms graze the side of your ribs. On your inhale, untuck your toes. Lift your legs up off the mat. Lift your chest and chin up to the sky. Inhale here for a upward facing dog. And then exhale, curl your toes under. Press the mat away for your downward facing dog. Inhale, right leg up and back. Exhale, bend the knee. Bring your knee to your nose. Inhale, extend it long back behind you. Exhale, bring your knee to your right elbow. Inhale, extend your leg back long. Exhale, twist, bring your right knee to your left elbow. And inhale to extend your right leg long. And exhale, bring your right foot in between your hands. Rotate the back heel down. Bring your wrists by your hips. Power lunge. Stay low in the front leg. Palms face down to the floor. Root down through the soles of your feet. Feel your hips point forward. Right hip forward, left hip. Left hip forward, right hip back. Shoulders away from your ears. Use your breath to sink a little bit lower. And on your inhale, expand the chest. Exhale, extend your arms long and forward for your power lunge. You want to speed up the heart rate here. Interlace your fingers. Release the index finger. Rotate the back heel up to the ceiling. And bring all the weight into your right leg for your balancing stick. Lift the left leg long and back behind you. Keep the arms nice and long. Chin away from chest, biceps by your ears. And then release your hands, bring your hands down to the mat. Keep the left leg up in the air. Relax your neck. Bring your forehead to your knee. If your knee and forehead do not touch, it's okay. But try to keep that standing leg straight as much as possible. Press down into the root of your foot, down into the mat. Lift the left leg up just a little bit higher. Suck your lower belly in for 3, 2, 1. And release. Bring your back heel down. Rise up. Warrior 1. Lift up. Look up. Reach back. Look back. And exhale, dive forward, forward fold. Bring your hands to frame your right foot, step your right foot back, and travel through your flow, lower halfway, forearms frame the ribs, untuck your toes, inhale, rise up, upward facing dog. Exhale, curl the toes under for your downward facing dog. Inhale, left leg up. Exhale. Bring your knee to your nose. Inhale, extend the left leg long. Exhale, knee to left elbow. Inhale, extend the left leg long. Exhale, twist, knee to right elbow. Inhale, extend the left leg long. And then exhale, step the left leg all the way through. Rotate the back heel down. Wrists by your hips, palms face down. for your power lunge. Stay low in that front leg. Bump your right hip forward, bring your left hip back. Stay here. You got it. Find your breath. Your chest is about 45 degrees off your front thigh. And bring your biceps by your ears for your extended power lunge. Continue to stay low here. Stretch through the side body. Now, interlace your fingers, release the index finger. Bring all the weight into your left foot. Lift the right leg up for your balancing stick. Biceps by your ears. Chin away from chest. Lift that right leg long and back behind you. And release your hands down to the mat. As you kick your right leg long and back behind you, let her round down or with a flat back. Suck your lower belly in and bring your forehead to your knee. Maybe you might have to bend your knee here, but I wouldn't recommend it. Try to keep your standing leg nice and straight. And lift your right leg up. Just a little bit higher for 3, 2, 1. Release. Bring your back leg down. Bend your front knee. Rise up through your warrior 1. Look up. Reach back. Look back. And exhale. Dive forward. Forward fold. Place your hands down. Bring your left foot to meet the right foot. And go through your flow. And make this flow yours. You go through a core strengthener if you want, but you'll go through a power lunge, extended power lunge, balancing stick, and then half split into your warrior 1. So you inhale your right leg up and back. Maybe you close your eyes here and feel your body in space. Allow your inhales and your exhales to bring you through. Release any tension that you might be holding. Let it go. Once you finish the right side, go to the left side. Just remember to follow your breath. Deep inhales matches deep exhales. And once you're in your downward facing dog, maybe you pedal out the knees, maybe you bend the knees. And bend your knees. And start to walk forward. Hang out in the forward fold. And you grab for opposite elbows. Interlace your hands at the nape of your neck. And let your arms go. Inhale, halfway lift, flat back, long spine. Long spine here. And let that go. Now heel toe your feet together. And rise all the way up. Palms press. Identify your right from your left. And swing your right arm underneath your left arm. And cross at the elbows and wrists. If this is too much, maybe you grab for opposite elbows. I'll take a step back. Right? Come. Pull your elbows down towards your lower belly button. Squeeze your quads, squeeze your glutes. Inhale. Exhale, bend the knees, sit the weight back. Rock all the way into your left foot. Lift your right leg up without standing up and cross it over your left thigh. Point the right toes down. Sit the hips a little bit more down. Lift your chest up. Relax your shoulders away from your ears. Now point your toes as much as you can. Even though if your toes don't wrap behind the left calf, it's okay. But you want to compress everything inward. If you rock out of it, it's okay. Find your balance. Sit a little bit lower. Lift your chest up a little bit higher. And unwind, unravel. Circle sweep your arms overhead. Identify your left arm from your right. And then cross at the elbows and at the wrists for your wrap here. Stand up tall. And then use your breath to sit down and back. Rock all the way into your heels. Now press all the way through the sole of your left foot, or your right foot. Lift your left foot up and cross it over your right thigh. Point the left toes down behind your right calf. Sweat is in my eyes, so I can't see. Lift your chest up a little higher, sink your hips down a little bit lower. Compress everything to the midline. Find your breath. And change, release, unwind, unravel. Circle sweep your arms overhead, palms press. Then relax your arms down by your sides. Find your breath here. Maybe you close your eyes. And we'll set up for tree pose. Maybe you bring your right ankle to your left hip. Come this way for a second. Bring your right ankle to your right hip. If this is too much, you can probably bring your right foot to the inside of your left calf. Point your knee out. Ooh. Can't see. Point your knee out to the right side of your mat. Right? But either way, you want to bring your knee down to the mat, or point your knee down to the mat. Press down through the left foot so you can keep your stability here. Stand up tall, shoulders over your hips. Maybe you can bring your right hand to heart center. And if it's not too much, bring your left hand to heart center. For me, it's a little too much. So I'll stay here with you if you're holding your right foot. If you're not holding your right foot with your left hand, bring your left hand to heart center. Then find your breath here. Stand up tall. Squeeze your left quad. Squeeze your pelvic floor. I gotta fly. 3, 2, 1, and release. Bring your right foot to meet the left foot. Now let's change. Bring your left ankle to your right hip. And if it's too much, place the left sole of your foot onto your right calf or on the inside of your right thigh, not on the knee itself. But if you can place your left ankle onto your right hip, please do so, but squeeze down through the right sole of your right foot. Contract your right quad. Lift up from the pelvic floor. Left knee points down to the mat. Shoulders over hips. As you suck your lower belly in, contract your core, your solar plexus. This is where your intellect lies. Where your small intestines are. Your pancreas. Your spleen. Maybe you bring your left hand to heart center. And you can bring your right to meet the left hand. And then hold it there for 3, 2, 1. Change. Release. Left foot meets the right. Now come back to turn towards the front edge of the mat. Inhale to circle sweep your arms overhead, palms pressed. Look up, reach back, look back, squeeze your glutes, depress your hips forward, release the front side of your throat. And release, dive forward, fold, hang heavy, bend your knees, bring the front side of your chest towards your thighs. Inhale for a halfway lift. Flat back, long spine. And exhale, lower down halfway to upper push-up plank. Keep your wrists underneath your shoulders. We're going to hold it here. Right? So lift your right leg up and lower it. Lift your left leg up. Lower it. Bring your right hand to your left shoulder. Bring your left hand to your right shoulder. Lift your left heel and lower it. Lift your right heel. Lower it. Left hand to right shoulder. Right hand to left shoulder. Right heel, lift up. Lower. Left leg, lift up. Lower. Right hand, right, left shoulder. Left hand, right shoulder. Left leg up. Left leg down. Right leg up. Right leg down. Left hand, right shoulder. Right hand, left shoulder. Right leg up. Right leg down. Left leg up. Left leg down. Right hand, left shoulder. Left hand, right shoulder. Left leg up. Down. Right leg up. Down. Left arm. Right shoulder. Right arm. Left shoulder. And go through your flow. Find your breath here. And then release your knees down to the mat. Bring your shoulders over your hips for some back bending. Bring your hands to your lower back. Fingertips point down. The heels point up to the ceiling, not spilled out to the side. Gives you a chance to contract your legs instead of letting your legs just hang flat. You want to engage your legs here. Bring your chin to your chest. Exhale all the air out. And then inhale to lift your chin up. Stretch the front side of your throat. Release your head in between your shoulder blades. Press your hips forward. Start to relax down. Maybe you crawl your hands down your legs to your heels until your fingertips on the inside and your thumbs on the outside of your heels. Press your hips forward. You're in camel here. Keep your eyes open. Take smooth breaths in through your nose and out through your nose. And then release. Bring your hands back to your lower back. And without collapsing forward, bring your hips to your heels. Sit down. Keep your chest lifted. Bring your hands to your thighs. You can have your palms facing up or down, whichever is more comfortable for you. Find your breath. Find your collective center. And release everything. Whatever that you're holding, let it go. And let the weight of the earth to support you up. Release your pelvic floor. Release your diaphragm. Allow your belly button to expand. Untangle your heart so there's no tension that lives there, only love. Release the tension in between your eyebrows. And wherever you are, exhale all the air out of your lungs until you're completely empty, empty, empty. There's no more air in your lungs. And then take a giant inhale through your nose. Allow the air to fill up in your lungs like two giant water jugs. Fill it up. And release. Let all the air out through your nose. One more time. Now this time, when you expel the air out of your lungs, through your nose, share that breath with a loved one, with someone that you care about, someone that you honor and respect, or even someone that you have difficulty with. Share that breath with them. So exhale all the air out until you're completely empty, that there's no more air at the bottom of your lungs. Take a giant inhale through your nose. Hold it at the top. And through your nose, share that breath with that one person. And lift your hips up off your heels. Swing your legs out long in front of you. You extend your legs long. Actually, no. Come back. Come back here. Here. Circle sweep your arms overhead. Palms press. Only cross at the thumbs. Bring your biceps by your ears. Suck your lower belly in. Lift up tall. And then exhale, hinge at the hips. Slice your hands through the air like knife through butter. And bring your the pinky side edge of your hands down to the mat. If your hips have lifted up a little bit higher than it should, then sink your hips back down to your heels. Use the strength of your arms to press down on the pinky side edge of your hands so that your wrist is not on the mat. Lift the chin away from chest so that you can take nice smooth inhales through your nose and out through your nose. Feel your shoulders separate away from the midline of your spine. Bring your hips back to your heels. Feel the tractioning of the spine here. And the same way we got in, we're going to come back out. Lift your arms up overhead. Use your core. Keep your hips on glued to your heels. And then release your arms back by your sides. Now swing your legs long out in front of you. We'll go for some seated forward fold, where you inhale your arms up long overhead. Maybe you create a basket grip. Maybe you just interlace your thumbs and spread your fingers wide like a Wu-Tang symbol. And inhale to hinge forward. Grab your toes with your hands. Maybe you straighten your legs here. Or maybe you don't. You keep them bent. But with each deep inhale to expand, allow the next exhale to lengthen you so that you can bring your torso over your thighs. And then hopefully one day your forehead to your shins. Take a giant inhale. And then exhale. And release. Bring your arms by your sides. Start to lay all the way down, but bring your soles of the feet down to the mat. Lower your back onto the mat. Scoot your heels closer to your hips. And on your inhale, lift your hips all the way up. Squeeze your glutes. Squeeze your glutes to lift your hips up higher. Tuck your chin to your chest. Maybe you walk your heels closer to your butt. Palms face down. Relax your shoulders. Lift your hips up just a little bit more. 3, 2, 1. Release. Bring your hips down to the mat. Keep your soles of the feet where they are. Take a breath here. And inhale, lift your hips all the way up. One more time. Lift this bridge in. Squeeze your glutes. Lift your hips up higher. Move down through the soles of your feet. Engage the inner thigh. Relax your shoulders, chin tuck the chest, and release. Bring your hips back down to the mat. Glue your thighs together. Bring your ankles a touch. Bring your knees up, ankles in line with knees. Extend your arms out long so that they are perpendicular to your body. And bring your knees to the left side of your body. Knees directly underneath your left wrist for a spinal twist here. Try to keep both shoulders down onto the mat. Feel that twist in your lower middle back. Feel the obliques twist and the transverse abdominis muscles twist. That allows you to turn your torso. Feel the expansion in your lungs. Feel the ribs separate from each other. And then change. Bring, only move your knees and your legs. So now that your knees and legs are in line with the center, now rotate it over to the right. Where you bring your chin to the opposite shoulder, which is your left shoulder. Or you could keep your spine, your neck spine neutral, looking over your left hip. Release your shoulders. Calm the breath. Release the tension in between your eyebrows. Maybe you lift up the eyebrows, or you give yourself a smile to let everything go. Feel that twist. And change. Come back to center. Give yourself a big hug. Wrap your arms around the fronts of your shins. Grab for opposite elbows, forearms, or wrists. If your head lifted up off the mat, bring the back of your head onto the mat. Tuck your chin. Press your shins into your forearms so that the spine is on, the whole spine, the lower spine is on the mat. Take an exhale. Take a deep inhale to expand the ribs, expand the lungs. And on your exhale, squeeze everything in. Squeeze, squeeze, squeeze. And release. Legs out long, arms out long. Ankles, heels by the corners of the mat. Palm face up to the ceiling. Your wrists are by the hips. Your shoulders are weighed by the ears. Your diaphragm is relaxed. You're allowing the belly to rise and fall with no restriction, no restraint.